dado toda la milla extra para mis hijas.
She came here for their future. And we're here. We're
Con
not
mi-
leaving.
con mis dos hijas.
With her 2 daughters.
Bajo esta lluvia.
In this rain.
Para que se me ayude.
Looking for help in D.C.
Civil disobedience, where we had a peaceful protest and got arrested at the Capitol building to bring attention to the crisis.
Move down the hall. You don't want to be arrested, move down the hall.
Says breaking news, Puerto Ricans living on temporary shelter assistance because of Hurricane Maria will not be evicted tomorrow. Thank you everyone who helped make this happen. Please make sure your news networks know that 1,744 Puerto Ricans will not be evicted. Pound just recovery. This was June 30th, 2018. National Civil Rights Group that filed a lawsuit Saturday seeking restraining order said at the end of the FEMA assistance will lead Puerto Ricans to evacuees being evicted. The temporary restraining order affects around 1,744 people. An attorney involved in the suit said the FEMA transitional assistance was to end Saturday. Remember, I told you that the former Navy SEAL told me that it was tents set up out there. About 53 people, 53 to 55 people were set up, and they were displaced by local agencies. And after that, they were supposed to be in good areas, but they didn't return. This is coming from a former Navy SEAL who personally got with me on this. So, I only could imagine that if they did say all these people were evacuees, they would be sheltered and treated horribly. Just as we heard all the stuff that they do to people on the FEMA barges, people like literally living there with rats and stuff like that, and just terrible, horrible quality living that they want people to live into. They want this suck all the money out of the good parts and areas. Of course, go to low income areas and keep destroying them so people can have a hard time. Many of the families who left for the mainland U.S. have been living in hotels in New York and Florida. That's true. I went to New York. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans there, a lot of Mexicans there. The one that I remember when I was talking to, she went to Connecticut, as a matter of fact. But probably in different areas from Puerto Rico. They are migrating over here because they're getting destabilized over there in the areas by not only the HARP technology that's weaponized these storms like Maria that hit and like Harvey, and then they kept coming back to back. And people are like, wait a minute, this is not a normal season. It's just not. It's just not. But anyway, it says, who not been able to secure affordable housing and worried about what will come next as the end of FEMA assistance program loom. You see, this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to get all of us who are very, very lowly, in low areas of income, they want to get all of us to be sheltered, right? Like they want everybody to be, all of us to be sheltered by them. So then after that, we get sheltered by them. They come in, they move us to wherever they want. They lower our health, they depopulate us, and then tell us that they're going to treat us good. And guess what? We have no choice at that point. You have no choice at that point, so you have to rely on them. And that's when they created all the government systems, your government funds. That way, anytime it comes to displacing people, they can displace you whenever they want. They can do what they want. And they can lower your health with these trailers and all this stuff that they are putting out, which of course has the formaldehyde in it. And I don't care what nobody says. I don't want to see them homeless. No, but I said, like, when you can, find a way to get out of there. And if I had organizations behind me to do something about it, I would, but I just don't right now. I just don't. Like I said, I've experienced these effects and I know what they're about. I don't know what's going to happen to the city. The city called me and said there's a shelter, but there's no guarantee. They didn't say everything's going to be okay. Cynthia Beard One of 600 Puerto Rican hurricane survivors living in New York told NBC News this week. According to Mayor Bill de Blasio's office, New York City has a program in place to direct transportation from hotels to shelters. Once their families have to see if they are deemed eligible to register into the city's shelter. If accepted, families get assigned to case management and housing assistance services to help them find permanent homes. And just like the kids who got tainted in the Bronx, usually the houses they put you in be like that too. I mean, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, they're some hard-working people, definitely. They know how to build. They do a lot of the building in the country, as a matter of fact. They should start building their own places, you know. I know some that actually do build their own places, but the problem is when you got these storms coming in and ravaging your places and all these, governmental agencies always want to control stuff. But there is a way. You just have to find it. Not saying it's over, oh, it's over, you can't do nothing about it. Just give up and just love FEMA. No, they're helping you right now for a small price of your health, basically. That's what I'm telling you. But it won't be as small if you stay in there years and years of time. So I say relocate to somebody's house if you can. And Puerto Rican Walisky Rivera left her husband Hector Olia and their son Ethan Alejandro lie on a bed in her dialysis treatment in a hotel where she lives with her family in Orlando, Florida. Puerto Ricans who fled Hurricane Maria's devastation had been living in temporary housing on the mainland were granted a reprieve Saturday night when a federal judge temporarily basically blocked the government from ending assistance. But basically they didn't block it, and they're not going to be evicted. So they actually wanted to evict these people. Like I said, once again, they take control, they move around and stuff like that. But that's the info right now. Steven Jackson, JWTV. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, click the bell. Be back for more.
More than 22,000 FEMA trailers and mobile homes that were made available following Hurricane Katrina are still being used along the Gulf Coast. And now doctors worry that many residents, especially children, may face lifelong health problems because of dangerously high levels of formaldehyde in the government-supplied housing.
That FEMA will airlift residents off the island of Puerto Rico. They're being taken to New York and Florida. This comes nearly 50 days after Hurricane Maria slammed the island. David Begno joins us now from San Juan, Puerto Rico. David, what can you tell us?
Rena, this has never been done before. FEMA is calling it an air breach. Essentially what they're doing is evacuating Puerto Ricans who have nothing left to go home to and are currently staying in shelters. They're evacuating them to the mainland where there are more hotels to house them. This is all part of the TSA program, Transitional Shelter Assistance, where you move into a hotel and FEMA pays for the hotel room. There aren't enough hotels on the island of Puerto Rico.
Okay, Aguilar. And we're currently in Iñasco, Puerto Rico. We have an urgent message to get out about what's really going on here in western Puerto Rico. Right now, we're only giving out to people in the mountains 1 small meal and 6 bottles of water per family. That is all they're getting.
And the meals are really just kind of a snack pack, and we'll be posting pictures of that so you can see the contents of this that a family has to share. We can't figure out why supplies are not coming in from San Juan. The local government here is doing all that they can, and I can assure you that we personally assist the mayor as he walks on foot up through the mountains and hand delivers water and food to everyone that he possibly can get to. Sometimes we run into situations like mudslides that lock people out for 3 days, 2-3 days, but we're doing all that we can and they're doing all that they can.
Okay, so basically we're in this area, we're really the only ones here. We're 12 volunteer veterans, and people are hurting really bad right now. That when we are actually able to go out and deliver supplies when it's not raining because of mudslides, that's all those families are getting. So they could go 2, 3, 4 days without us getting up there to actually give them food. So we just wanted to put this message out. That way we can try to get supplies and equipment and things up there to them. If anybody can help us out, we'd really appreciate it.
One thing we can't figure out is where the red tape is. So you guys that are out there in the world, if you can figure out where the red tape is and help us get it cut so that the mayor of this town can get the supplies he needs to his people,